What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the Daily Vape TV live stream experience. So, plenty to talk about this week. I had a fun week, pretty fun week. It went by really quickly, just like last week. But, yeah, we have a lot to talk about. I mean, there's a lot of news. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot of stuff. And I'm going to kind of let you guys dictate the news part because I can rant and ramble about the stuff that's been going on for probably 2 hours just by myself. But I want to know what you guys want to know about the news this week because at the end of the day, I mean, like I always say, like, this is kind of your guys' channel, you know? I like hearing the feedback from you guys. And this is a way we can do it all together, live, all at once. So hope everything looks good. And I hope we're streaming just fine here. Everything looks fine on my end. But then again, this is kind of new to me. So hello, everyone. Real quick, I'm just going to run through and do a couple of quick shout-outs here. Big shout-out to AO Vape, my man, first dude in here, as well as Andy Summerfield. Shout out to you as well. Vaping with Mobro. We've got Lethal Coils, Chris. Make sure you check out his Twitch. He's a fellow Twitch streamer. We've got George Hunt, 808 Kevin. What's up? Aloha, brother. We got Mark Clough in here. What's going on, dude? I haven't seen you in a minute. Big Red Vapor Channel, Steve Clark, Raven Shadow Vapes, Jeffrey Wilbur, Nate Jones. Anyone else that wants a shout out, get them in quick because I'm about to move on. Yeah. Josh Rhodes, you are the last shout out for now. But yeah, hi everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a great day. As far as the news goes, yeah, the news is pretty garbage, Jeff. I agree. But it's something we have to talk about. Advocacy is important, and I have been slacking with advocacy on my channel recently, so might as well talk about it live. So yeah, let's see. Michigan. I mean, if you guys watch Vape Stew on Friday nights on Tenacious TX Vape's channel, we had a couple of excellent guests on, including Oh My Lanta, aka Dan, as well as his boss, Ryan Wagner. They represent Independent Vapor Company and are both awesome guys. We had a really good chat with them about the state of what's going on in Michigan. And from what I've heard, like as far as the most recent information that I've heard, we're looking at a 6-month flavor ban with an option for an additional 6 months until they basically come back and see whether or not they want to continue with it. So my guess is it's going to be a year. However, already things are in motion as far as trying to remove that. It has not been signed as far as the latest information that I have. It has not been signed by the governor yet. But it's more than likely, going to happen. But yeah, they have 6 months and then an additional 6 months possibly on top of that minimum. The only thing I could say is there are legal actions being done right now because it goes against, I think it's like the state's constitution kind of thing. Don't quote me on that one. But yeah, it's pretty crappy situation there in Michigan. I really feel bad for all the shops. There's over 100 shops that are going to be probably closing their doors if nothing goes their way. And you just think 100 shops, let's say each shop has between, 5 and 10 employees. That's anywhere from what? Math is eluding me. 100 shops, 50 employees. What, 5,000? That sounds high. 500? 500. No. 50? No. Oh my God. I can't do math live on the air. Already down the tubes. But in any case, it's a lot of employees. People are going to lose their jobs. I know if I was in that situation, I'd be scared shitless. And yeah, it's not a good situation there. Hopefully things will progress quickly on the legal side of things. But man, the governor made a state of emergency in the state of Michigan. She made a state of emergency, and she snuck this by us by doing a state of emergency. Now, one would think that they should have a state of emergency for maybe the water issue in Flint, perhaps, which still has not been solved. But yet, here they are focusing on something as asinine as vape flavors. And you know what? It's just going to push everyone underground. If people can't get their hands on something legally, then they're going to get their hands on it illegally. So no matter what, it's not going to stop anything. It's just going to put people out of jobs, put businesses out, and force people to do something illegal. 5,000 employees. Thank you. I thought that number sounded high in my head. I'm like, that sounds high. But then again, I'm not a math whiz. But I never claimed to be. So, yeah. Governor is infringing on civilian rights to make their own choices. Of course. I mean, that's always been an issue when we deal with things like states like California. I mean, California is one of the biggest nanny states out there. And it's just kind of sad that we have to let our government dictate what we can and can't do. And it kind of goes against everything that I feel inside, like, as far as politically speaking. It's like, I just don't want the government to be able to tell me what I can and can't do. I mean, within an obvious reason. But yeah, that's going on in Michigan. What are your guys' thoughts? Jeff says banning vaping is just going to cause people to make their own juice, which could possibly cause the same type of issues they're having with the carts. Yes, we will talk about the carts in just a second. Let's see. Not to mention the governor is infringing. Yeah, we already read that one. I heard Illinois this morning is doing an e-cig ban as well. Great. That's another one. I have a feeling that New York is going to be the next to fall. The reason California hasn't done it statewide yet is because the state is just so massive and there's so many people, and they know they're going to get a lot of people going against that bill if they do propose it. But I have a feeling that California will eventually fall as well. My state, Massachusetts, is probably going to go down, as well as probably Connecticut, because we like to all follow each other, and that's just how things go in the political aspect. Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on Massachusetts. I mean, we've been dealing with flavor bans and taxes and this and that and the third for the longest time. But luckily, nothing this drastic has happened yet here. Direthig says that one has a better chance of happening. They are going through the right path, and they are the second or third most corrupt state government. Jeez, that's not a good thing. Josh Rhodes says it's about the underage thing. Yeah, but they didn't even bother with Tobacco 21. They are just going for an all-out ban, which is completely back-asswards, if you will. The real emergency is all the civilians she's killing by attempting to impose this flavor ban. Yes, I mean, this kind of goes back to the personal choice thing. Mike Specs, land of the free to do what you're told, unfortunately. Yeah, pretty much. Land of the free, my butt. It's just the state. We wanted states' rights. That's the thing. We wanted states' rights, so we wanted this at the beginning of our country. Lando, yo, it's Lando. Lando's in the house, everybody. Everyone hide your butts. I don't know. It's a freedom of choice they're stripping away, and it's not right, not even for the sake of the almighty dollar. Well, that's the thing. It's all about the money. At the end of the day, everyone knows it's all about the money. She's getting money from Big Tobacco for her campaigns. She's trying to gain revenue for the state to fix the roads, which, I mean, they say that all the time when they use master settlement money. They say they're going to use it to, fix the infrastructure, and our roads around here are terrible. Cloudy Craig, we'll get to that in just a second here. Hello, everyone just joining us now. Real quick, before we talk about the carts, I wanted to talk about SAVs, the State of Super Awesome Vape Show. Once again, we did not do a show today because our lovely hosting friend, Jay Salty, was not going to be able to make it, and it's just scheduling thing. 3 out of the 5 panelists couldn't make the show, so basically there is no show. We intended to take a roughly 3-week hiatus, but it turned into 5 weeks, and hopefully, fingers crossed, next week is the week that we come back triumphantly to conquer once again the banter-centric shows. And I miss those guys. Mike, I miss you, buddy. I miss Mobro. I miss Aiden. And, of course, Mr. Salty himself, Jay. Miss those dudes. Can't wait to be back doing the banter thing, because it's kind of like this, only I don't have to talk for a whole hour. I can have those guys to do it with me. Oh, we got Pud Puffs. What's up, dude? Pud Puffs. That name makes me laugh every time because Pud in America means your little happy pants friend. Sorry, Pud. Had to point that out again. My camera does not like to stay one singular brightness here, so hopefully we get it back. But, knock on wood, the stream health looks pretty good so far. Yeah, so next week, fingers crossed, Savs coming back in a big way. But we all kind of needed a break. Let's be honest. We all kind of needed a break. We've been doing it for 80 plus weeks, almost in a row. And yeah, we all have lives, and some of us have families and stuff. So it's back to school time. It's just a hectic time all around. So yeah, let's talk about the cart thing. And for those of you that are watching from the UK, I know there's quite a few of you right now. America, if you haven't seen the news, America's dealing with this issue of illegal THC cartridges being used by young people, and their lungs are collapsing. And they're blaming vaping. We're just going to use the huge, like, air quotes, vaping, because that's the one thing that's an easy target for them. And let's face it, if you could just put a big blanket over the whole term of vaping, then yeah, that's what's going on. They're vaping these THC cartridges, and they're getting sick from it. So that's all it is. That's all it is. It's literally illegal THC cartridges that they're using, and they're getting sick from them. It's nothing to do with this whatsoever. It's nothing to do with regular normal vaping. It's everything to do with something probably from China or somewhere else that has zero regulation on it whatsoever. I know of at least one case of something coming from a dispensary, and in my opinion, that might have gotten through like the system somehow, but otherwise it's been, for the most part, black market cartridges. And yeah, I've seen some stuff come out of the UK as well about people vaping spice and stuff like that. Stuff that people claim is CBD turns out to be some sort of crazy synthetic cannabis product. So yeah, bottom line is it's all illegal stuff. I mean, if you go to the dispensary in my state, Massachusetts, you have everything is tracked from seed all the way through to packaged product. And there's really no way that anyone can sneak these sort of like sketchy Chinese cartridges into the dispensaries. There's checks in place in order to prevent that. So as far as I'm concerned, it's either people making it at their house and buying them from friends, etc., or it's some sketchy Chinese cart that people buy off wish.com or something like that, which, by the way, I've literally seen them pop up on my Facebook feed. It shows like the dank cartridges. Don't buy those. Don't buy those. If you're, don't buy those. Yeah, there was a case. One of the first cases was a homemade cartridge. My thinking is they're not using PG to bind the THC to. I think they're trying to use something else. There was evidence found in their lungs that had that was lipids, which is oils, and they said something about vitamin E. I don't believe that really 100% because vitamin E doesn't contain lipids, and I don't know. There's not enough hard factual evidence out there right now. There's a lot of speculation, and there's a lot of noise coming from the major news outlets, which is wrong. So we kind of have to wait and see and let this story develop a little bit, and hopefully people realize that they shouldn't be vaping illegal cartridges. Just, at the end of the day, you could either keep it simple and use the flower, or you can go to a dispensary if you're in a legal state. And there's a few cases of people doing this in legal states, so it just doesn't make any sense to me. So yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to ignore chat or anything like that, but I'm just kind of going off on a rant. Andy Summerfield says, bottom line is these carts have nothing to do with vaping and it's illegal. Yes, absolutely. That's pretty much my point, but I just wanted to kind of inform you guys on basically what's going on and just kind of being able to read through the bullshit. I'm tired of hearing about it, to be honest. And there was the famous one was with Jamie Lee Curtis posted a picture of a girl that said, I want to start an anti-vaping campaign. And vapors have turned it around and kind of made it into a meme where she's holding up signs that says, I bought an illegal vape cartridge, and instead of taking my felony possession charge, I'm attacking in a life-saving industry. So yeah, that's something that's going on. But let's go ahead and just move it along. Let's get past this crappy news and talk about some positive stuff. So actually, okay, one bad thing is I was meant to be building live on this video here, but I forgot my tools. I just wanted to go home so bad yesterday. I was so tired that I forgot all of my tools and all my wire and stuff. However, I did put out a video this week kind of doing what I was going to be doing on the show, which was building a micro fuse Clapton. And I gotta say, it was not nearly as difficult as I thought it was, aside from my cores snapping at the chuck of the drill, which was a little bit unexpected. But aside from that, it wasn't that difficult. I'm about to do one for the squad that is using 30 gauge cores instead of 28. I don't have 29 gauge wire. I wanted 29, don't have 29 gauge wire. So I'm going to be using 30 gauge for cores. And I might make a full-fledged video on that for next week. And because I really got to get that squad video out soon, because I know a lot of other reviewers are doing theirs. So yeah, I'm trying to get my videos done a lot quicker than I used to. I have my Target Mini V2 video coming up probably Tuesday, my guess, Tuesday. And I will probably have an unboxing because I know I'm getting 2 DHL boxes tomorrow, supposedly. And I have a sample box to take a look at. By the way, if you guys want a sample box for yourself, make sure you check out samplebox.com, but use my link. It will help me greatly. Just go to my website, dailyvape.tv, and click on the link that I have in my sample box videos. Then I actually get credit for it. So yeah, if you guys want to help me out, there you go. That's one way of doing it. I don't actually get paid money for that, but it makes me look good in their eyes. So I'd appreciate it. But yes, that is coming up soon, the Target Mini V2. This video is probably going to be next week. I'm going to try to get this one out for next week. I want to do a comparison video, a versus video, which I haven't done in a long time, on this versus the original Falcon. and see which one is better. And my money is on the original Falcon. But let's just talk about what else do I have to talk about? This past week was fun. I wanted to do one more video, but I forgot my memory cards. Sometimes I'm just a complete space case, you guys. Sometimes I forget things, and I just forgot my memory cards at home. I will say a little teaser for this coming week is the Target Mini V2 video is going to be a little bit different. And I've been doing a lot of different type of videos recently, and I gotta say, personally, myself, I am a lot happier as a person. Like, I feel much happier now that I've been kind of like taking the restrictions off and just kind of done my own thing. I feel much better about just everything. I'm just much happier than I was when I would have to sit for 2.5 hours and make a video after work and just do all that crap and like go home and edit and all that. It was just so mundane and so boring that I was just like, I wanted to rip my hair out. So I had to change it up. I had to switch up the format, and now I'm doing things much looser and more free form. You know, there's still a little bit of that structure left over, but otherwise, I'm just doing it my way, doing it how I want to, and that's what what I'm feeling lately. I might go back to the office, I don't know, eventually, and I might do a video in the office from time to time, but it's all just whatever kind of is on my mind, in my brain. So yeah, that was kind of the wrap up of last week, preview for this coming week, sample box video, Target Mini V2 video, probably an unboxing, and I might try to do another video on something. I know I have something else in the queue that's coming up real soon, and I might do another thing eventually, maybe next week, of things that kind of got overlooked. I have a mech mod that's just still sitting in the box. I have to do my Notion MTL video pretty soon. I don't know. This is just kind of waffling at this point, so I'm going to go ahead and move on. Let's talk about what I've been vaping on. Ta-da! Hey! Alright, so let's just start with this one. This is the same old setup that I've been using for weeks now. This is the Renko Manto with the Fat Rabbit up top. And you know what? It's nothing to do with the airflow or anything like that, but I've changed the coil in here to a Medusa tank track coil. And the flavor is just as good as a mesh coil in my opinion, and it doesn't leak. So that's kind of awesome. Kind of improved it a little bit there. I think one of the things I'm getting in this week is going to be the full retail version of the Fat Rabbit, and I might have to do some sort of update video on it. But we'll have to wait and see, because I don't even know what comes in. It's just I get a notification from DHL that stuff is coming in, and I just unbox it on camera. In there is some Occultus Opus Dei, if that's how you pronounce it. I don't speak Latin. It's a mixed fruit, mostly citrus. It's actually really good. The next setup I have is the Vaperesso Gen, as you just saw, with the Skur V2 on there, which is, again, it's kind of okay. The flavor I have is okay. It's Occultus Bones. This one is a blue raspberry. Yeah, it's okay. It's nothing great. And AO just got his Fat Rabbit in. He got the Patreon one that I had. He is one of my lovely patrons, and I gave him, or he won, the Fat Rabbit. And that's I don't think many people will have that one. That is the pre-release version, AO. So you're one of the only people to have that. So you should feel special. Next setup I've got is this guy, the Rattel, which I built completely wrong. Thank you guys for pointing out that I'm an idiot and I need to read the manual, because I built it completely wrong. But I did get there at the end of the day. So half credit. Do I get like the credit like you get in the SATs for just writing your name? I mean, can I get that at least? Because we did it, and it came out really nice. The flavor is cranking on this thing right now. Really enjoying it. It's 0.45 ohms. I'm vaping it at 4 volts, which is probably more than enough. And just watch the cloud. Just watch the cloud. Now this is essentially, it's kind of like a super restricted direct to lung, or I sometimes do a hybrid inhale, which you start off mouth to lung and then finish with an open direct to lung. And even so, that is just super, super cloudy. For the device, I should point that out. The flavor that I've got in there is Pod Salt's Strawberry. Pod Salt is a UK company, and it's really good stuff. It's really good stuff. The mixed berries has so far been my favorite because I think they're using some black currant in there. And as you guys probably know, I love black currant, so I'm very happy with that. And the last setup I've been using recently, I do have the Target Mini V2 and the Squad, but I have yet to break them out of my bag, so I haven't really been using those full time because I really want to rebuild that Squad. And the Target V2, I finished the video on that one, so I kind of just put that in the back of my mind, but I still have it with me. Is this little guy right here, which, if you guys watch my video, this is the Zoomix. It's kind of one of those random things that popped up in my email, and I said, sure, send it. And they sent me a whole box full of these guys. It vapes really nicely. However, I cannot stand the feel in the hand. It feels, the best way I could describe it is it feels like when you bite on a popsicle stick. Whew. I hate that feeling. And just rubbing your finger across it, just the texture is so bad in my opinion. I just wish it was just a smooth metal or something. But the texture that it has on here, I cannot stand. So I have to like keep my hand very still on this thing and just press the button and inhale. Otherwise I get like the heebie-jeebies and I have to like put it down. But it vapes all right. It doesn't, it doesn't have any bad flavor. The flavor is okay. Vapor production's fine. The mouth to lung is fine. But they missed a few things on this one that I really wish were on it. This is not meant to be a first impression, by the way. But I feel like they should have had a cap, and then the cap should be removable, and then you should be able to stick it on the bottom. Because it looks like you should be able to stick the cap on the bottom. But I mean, there's no point in doing that because that's just a protector for the actual pod thing, but I don't know. It's not really my cup of tea. But it doesn't vape terribly. It vapes all right. So that's pretty much all I'm vaping on this week. Perhaps I should have just done a first impression. I should have gone right into a first impression of it. Let's see. So what else do I have? No beer o'clock this week. I didn't pick anything up, unfortunately. So maybe next week I'll pick up some beers and we could do a beer o'clock segment live because I haven't done one of those in a long time. No vape mail. We got to save some vape mail. I was going to do the sample box unboxing live, but it's kind of boring, and I don't think you guys would really enjoy that. And I could do a random review kind of thing, but I don't know. I feel like just talking with you guys. So what's going on? Let's see. Vapor Swaggin says, slightly buzzed on Twitch. Yes, that is correct. Are we playing GTA 5 after this? I'm down. We should all go do that after. That's a good idea. For those of you that don't know, I am streaming on Twitch lately. I don't know, I'm just trying to trying to come up with something to do with that. I just started doing it randomly after I bought a capture card and just said, screw it, why not? The streams are fun. We play some GTA 5 with Swaggins and Michelle and Demo. I've been streaming some Fallout 4 recently. I just started that. We did a whole playthrough of Just Cause 4. And what else? It's just a fun time. It's just a fun time. So you guys should definitely come check me out on Twitch after this stream ends. Probably be playing some GTA. If not, then I'll play Fallout 4. And support our fellow Twitch streamer, Mr. Lethal Coils, as well. He's a good dude, and he plays some cool games. He's playing Diablo 3 recently. I haven't been able to catch one of his streams, but I do see the notifications pop up. Chunk, am I coming over in October? Not likely. Unfortunately, the funds are just not there. If I had a better reason to come over, if I had a juice company or something over there, then I would probably be able to make it. But unfortunately, at this point, it's not looking good because funds are tight and I'm saving up to buy a house. So it kind of sucks. I wish I were coming over because I miss you guys all so very much. But just unfortunately, it's pretty expensive to make it over there. Andy Summerfield, did you watch my Fallout 4 stream? By the way, for anyone that watched my Fallout 4 streams, I've gotten much better. I'm in a much better place right now. I'm still getting to know like the actual enemies a little bit better. Like I need to know what their weaknesses are. But other than that, like I don't die every 2 seconds now. Have you checked out the beta of Ghost Recon Breakpoint? No, I have not. I didn't even know that was a thing. Is it available on Xbox One? Because that's the only system I have. Let's see. Any thoughts on the Drag Nano Pod Kit? We sell them. I don't have one. I still will not support Voopoo. I've been offered a few times to review some stuff from Voopoo, and I said no. So, I mean, it is what it is. We sell them at the shop, and it looks like a little tiny drag. So they kind of got that right in their designing of that product. But I don't think it's anything that special. That versus the Caliburn, I'd probably just say the Caliburn. I know everyone's really digging the Caliburn for the flavor, and we sold out of them super quick. So yeah, I really don't have that many opinions on the Drag Nano Kit other than I still just can't support Voopoo for what they did to Tony B. The Mobro is your gamer tag. That's pretty awesome. I will add you, Mo. Pudpuff says, back on WoW Classic. I know Swaggins is playing WoW Classic. And I'm assuming he's pretty good. I think he's one of those guys that's a super nerd, like closet nerd. Swaggins, if you're still here, feel free to defend yourself. I never got into WoW. I used to play Warcraft, like the original Warcraft back in the day, and StarCraft for that matter, but I never got into World of Warcraft. I liked the kind of RPG gameplay a little bit more than the online aspect. Oh, wow. Jeff says he's got 2 friends at work that bought the Voopoo Mini. Oh, wait. Is it the Voopoo Mini, or are you talking about the Nano, the little pod system? Because that's the big question. Because they have the Drag 2, then the Drag Mini, and then the Drag Nano. The Drag Nano is the pod system. Big difference between them, by the way. One has a 510 connection. The other one takes these little tiny pods. But I've been having a lot of fun in Fallout 4, just learning kind of the landscape, and just it's funny because it's like right in my backyard. Essentially, it's set in the eastern part of Mass towards the Boston area, and it's fun just walking around in between landmarks and stuff. It's kind of cool. Okay, so you said it is the Nano, and they want to sell it 2 days later. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, man. It definitely installed GTA 5. It's definitely worth it because they just updated the casino. Now you can actually do casino missions and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. They have a whole bunch of new cars and all sorts of stuff. They have updated the game massively. And if you have a Twitch account, a Twitch Prime account, I should say, you can link it to your GTA 5 account and get free stuff. So that's pretty cool. I thought I had a crack in my tank here. I did drop this thing pretty bad the other day, but it seems to have survived. So, Chris, you have the Nano and actually like it. It's a pod system, yeah. I mean, personally, I'm not a huge fan of pod systems in general. I get offers for all sorts of pod systems to do reviews on them, and most of them I don't respond or just, I'll say no because I'm not really interested in that sort of thing. And I know it's kind of mean to kind of ignore emails and stuff like that, but I can't be bothered. There's so many emails coming in with offers for pod systems, just every freaking pod system under the sun. Oh, Metal Dad, you work at Goodfella, so you work for Lou. I'm sure that's a blast. Lou's a good guy. I like Lou. I am from Western Mass, like the Springfield area, so a ways away. But if we ever do a meetup, we could probably meet up somewhere central. I've always offered, I have to go out and visit my buddy in Auburn, Tony. He owns Bay State Vapor out in Auburn, Mass, which is kind of central. It's about 45 minutes away from me. So if you ever want to meet up, that's where we can meet up. Send them your way. Yeah. I still get offers for doing juice reviews. I've gotten a couple of UK companies actually recently hit me up to do juice reviews, which is kind of weird. But I would like to get back into juice reviews at some point. If I ever really need content or something like that, then I'll just do random juice reviews because I still have fun doing those. So yeah, that's kind of the state of that. Let's go ahead and have a little vape break. You guys think of some questions that you can ask me, because the remaining 15 minutes of this is going to be all on you guys. So whatever you guys want to talk about, totally up to you. We could meet at Coney Island Frank's in Worcester. Is that a thing? Is that really a thing, Swaggins? So, some of you might know that I've started another channel. I will be putting content up there shortly on some basic gadget reviews, gear reviews, stuff that I use for YouTube. Eventually I'm planning on reviewing my whole YouTubing setup. I'm a camera nerd. So I have a whole bunch of different cameras that I can kind of review. I can kind of compare and contrast them. I really want to do some Photoshop tutorials as well because I know a lot of people have questions about certain stuff in Photoshop. And eventually when I have the ability, when I get over 100 subscribers or whatever, and I can live stream, then I would love to be doing some live Photoshopping and take on challenges and stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, then check out my second channel. I believe the link is actually down in the description below. It is. So check out that and make sure you hit the subscribe button because I'll be putting content up there shortly. It's just going to be a lot of stuff, random stuff that I buy off of Amazon and these little things you don't think about, like the battery backups and just random stuff. I could review the cables that I buy because I'm kind of a cable nerd too, I guess. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I like these like fabric braided cables with nice metal ends. And yeah, I bought a 5-pack of these for $25 and they're fantastic. These are the Aki ones. Aki? Yeah, Aki off of Amazon. So check those out. Mobro says, question for you. If there was a vape product that if there was a vape product that you never use again because it was that bad, what would it be and why? Okay, so I get what you're saying there, Mo. Proofreading is important. But has there ever been a product that is so bad that I would never use it again? That's a good question. That's a good question. Product that was so bad that I'd never use it again. I mean, I guess you could kind of say the AT7, because I was pretty vicious with that one. That was a really bad idea. That was the one that was meant to look like a PC, like a gaming PC. It was pretty bad. It wasn't like dangerous or anything like that, but it was just not a good product. And it was lies, all lies. It was just a bunch of plastic and circuit boards mixed together with a little battery and a 510 connection. So it wasn't anything special. There's so much that they could have done with that they didn't do. And it just wasn't a good product. At the end of the day, it was huge and bulky, and it just was not good. It just wasn't good. I really like it for being a desk ornament. Eventually, when I have an office, like an official office at a house that I purchase, and I have my whole thing set up with like shelves and stuff like that, I think I'm going to just keep it on the shelf, plugged into the USB, just as a desk lamp, because it kind of just slowly like glows and pulses. And I think that would just be a funny thing just to have in the background of my videos and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, as far as a mod, terrible. But as far as a desk ornament, kind of cool. But it's not terrible. It's not so bad that I would never use it again. I'm trying to think. There was that one RDA that I had that was pretty bad. The logo was like a snake or something to do with a snake. Can't remember the name. I think it began with an A. Man, that's going to kill me. But that was a really bad RDA. Really bad RDA. There's another product that I have yet to review. One of the things that I was alluding to earlier, which is a mech mod, which I literally don't know how it works. I don't know how to unlock it, and I haven't really read through the instructions or anything on it, which is a good thing that I haven't reviewed it or anything, because I literally don't know how the locking mechanism works on the Switch. So like I thought that you like would unscrew it a couple of turns and then you could just click it in and fire it. So I threw an RDA on top, I threw a battery in there, and I unscrewed it a couple things. There was still no battery rattle, and I hit the button and just nothing happened. And the worst thing that happens with a mech mod is that it doesn't fire. So I just immediately took the battery out. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to touch that until I know how it works. So, wait, it was called the Amphisbena. The Amphisbena. And I'm pretty sure the logo was a snake, if I'm not mistaken. But, yeah, that was terrible. That was really bad. I probably will never use that again. And I kind of want to send it to Vaping with Jared the Vaping Goat, because I'm sure he would have a blast with it. He'd probably tear it apart. But this mech mod that I have, the RDA on it, the O-rings are god awful. On the receiving end of the cap, they have grooves cut in where the O-rings will like fit into, but I even tried lubing them up with a little bit of e-liquid, and when I hit the cap on top, it just tore apart those O-rings with those ridges on the inside of the cap. The overall cap design seems kind of intriguing because it's like kind of an airflow system that goes down and into this deck and comes up from underneath, which is interesting. But the cap is so bad that it like tears apart the O-rings straight away, and I just don't know how to use the mod that goes with it. What's up, Jason Morgan says, what's up, Slightly Buzzed Daily Vape TV? I guess I am both at this point. I'm kind of like a split personality. I mean, you can see my split personality when you watch my Twitch stream and things don't go my way. I get a little bit angry, and my voice raises about 10 decibels, and yeah, things happen. Profile RTA wouldn't even grace it with a hammer smash for fear of making it better. I'll disagree with that one. Honestly, the Profile RTA wasn't terrible. I actually got it working to the point that I could vape it at 100 watts. Granted, it was only a 1 second pull, but I've literally vaped the Profile RTA at 100 watts. But to each their own. Everyone's going to be different. Everyone's got different opinions on stuff. So we got like 10 minutes left. If you guys have more questions, I'd love to answer them for you. That's kind of how these live streams are going to go. It's just going to be me talking about important stuff for like 10, 15 minutes, and then the rest is going to be me rambling. Occasionally, I will have some good content for you guys, and it's going to be kind of like a live vlog, but just kind of wanted to recap the week and talk about plans and stuff that's going to happen in the next week, and then whatever else is just added content. I must have a different one. Maybe I do. I don't know. I sucked at Fallout 4 to start myself. Honestly, it's just, I didn't know that you shouldn't just go from mission to mission, that you should probably explore and find some good fast travel locations so you don't have to deal with all the freaking bloat flies and those like stupid mongrel dogs and stuff like that. Oh my god, there's so much of that roaming around in the wilderness of Fallout 4. So now I have some fast travel points I can get to. I've been to Diamond City and done a few missions. I'm a level 15 right now. Wow. I mean, Chunk, that's if that's your opinion about it, then so be it. I mean, you guys could disagree with my opinions on stuff all you want, but based on my testing, I give my opinion, and it's all subjective. Every little bit of it is subjective. I could state the facts. I could state the specs, which are fact. I can say, this. I mean, if mine just will not stop leaking, then I'll say it leaks. If yours doesn't leak, then you must have got a better one than I did, But everything in the review world is completely subjective. And yes, Chris, it's definitely a lot of grinding. So, yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop them. I'd love to answer questions for you guys. If you guys want to know any little thing about what's going on, if you want to comment on anything, if you want me to talk about anything, it doesn't even have to be vape related. I'd literally, anything at all. I just want to see, I'm kind of like, this is like information gathering for me because I like to know what you guys like me to talk about, and then maybe I can center future episodes of this around that. But otherwise, for now, for the first few weeks of this, it's probably going to be a little bit more unstructured. Chris, have a good one, bro. I'll hopefully catch one of your streams this week, but you stream really early, and I'm not an early riser. Sorry. I wake up at like 10 o'clock. But I stay up until like 3 in the morning, so there you go. Picked up 2 Recurve Dual at last expo, hoping it'd be as good as the original, but it gets too hot. I like the Recurve Dual. It didn't have the same kind of spirit as the original, in my opinion, but I thought it was still a good product. I think if he really wanted to do something cool, he would have done a center airflow as well, kind of like how the Brunhild is. The Brunhild with the center airflow is really cool in my opinion. So I really wish the Recurve Dual was like that, but what are you going to do? On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are raw crumpets? I'd put them at a solid 6.5 because I couldn't tell the difference. I didn't have anything to compare it to. I have since eaten a cooked crumpet, and yeah, it's good, especially with like a lot of butter in there and all that. But actually, the guy from the Boring Vape Co., he instructed me to pan fry them with a ton of butter in the pan, and that sounds amazing. So I'm gonna have to try that one eventually. But a raw crumpet is literally, if for you guys that are American out there, it's kind of like eating a raw English muffin, or a raw, like, not raw, but like not toasted, untoasted, like English muffin or like biscuit or something like that. If it's just like barely cooked, it's a little doughy. Yes, I am the raw crumpet king. Hence why I handed out 200 crumpet stickers at last expo in May. Yes, I realize you have to toast crumpets now. I understand. That's what you get. That's what you get. You can't bring us Americans anywhere. We just screw up your culture. It's like me coming over there and going, wait, you don't drink your beer ice cold, and washing up tubs and filling them with ice and dumping the beers in there. That's what me and Stan did, not this past expo, but the expo before in May. We literally brought a bunch of like washing up tubs, filled them with ice, stuck the beer in there, and that's how we do it in America. But this year we got a cooler, which was even better. So we're getting better every time we come over there. And I'll have to drag Stan for next expo in May. It's kind of like expo in May is almost like a mini birthday celebration for me as well, because it's my birth month. So for me, it's like having a little birthday party and seeing all my friends that I only get to see like once a year. So it's a lot of fun. British chocolate rocks, American chocolate sucks. Yeah, I'm going to agree with that sentiment, at least with Hershey's. I mean, we can get Cadbury over here, and it's pretty similar. But over there, Cadbury is like the creamiest chocolate you will ever eat in your freaking life, and it's amazing. So comparing a Hershey's bar to a Cadbury bar is just, there's no competition there whatsoever. When are you bringing back more regular Fresh Build Fridays? Well, I said a while ago that Fresh Build Friday will be determined by the patrons. So if you're a patron of mine, no matter what level you are, you have a say in what goes on with Fresh Build Friday. So I've been challenged to do a Fresh Build Friday, and I have yet to complete it. So until that happens, I'm stuck on that challenge. But I might end up bringing back Fresh Build Friday, for the patrons. Like, if a patron has a specific challenge they want to give me, then that's the challenge that I'm attempting. But otherwise, that's the way it is. Hopefully, you guys sign up for my Patreon. It's only $1 a month. Or if you're in the UK, it's literally 75p a month. So you can sign up for as little as that, unless they do it differently, like if they charge you like £1 over there. I don't know. That's a good question. However, you're really only gonna want to join the $1 a month tier because I'm unable to ship to the UK for the giveaway prizes, so kind of sucks. I miss the old Fresh Build Fridays. Yeah, everyone does. Everyone misses Fresh Build Friday. That was like the staple of my channel. But the fact of the matter is I've done over 150 videos, build videos. And I got so burnt out doing that. And I hit my peak skill level. And I just have yet to even find a reason why I should attempt staple coils or anything like that, because I don't feel the need to. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think there's that much of a difference between a staple coil and a fuse Clapton. I mean, yes, there is a little bit of a difference, but is it worth the painstaking effort that you have to go through with building with flat ribbon wire? Not in my opinion. Hell no. Ugh. So, yeah. But we are at the top of the hour, so I'm going to call it a day here. Immediately following this video, I will be jumping over to Twitch. So if you guys have a Twitch, or if you don't know what Twitch is, then check out twitch.tv/slightlybuzzed. Sign up, go give me a follow, check out my stream. I don't know what we'll be playing as of right now, but we might be doing some GTA 5. We might be doing some Fallout 4. Probably one of those two things. So there you go. In any case, yeah, I'll be back next week, guys, with another one of these shows. Remember, I'm terrible at math, and a lot of good things coming up on the channel. Sign up for my Patreon, patreon.com/dailyvapetv. It starts at $1 a month, and we do weekly live streams, or not streams so much as a hangout, but we hang out, we talk about a bunch of random stuff. You can pick my brain a little bit more personally, and we have a lot of fun. We had some crazy discussions today. Anything from strippers to hacking and everything in between. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. We will see you next week. Same time, same place. Make sure you tune in for Savs and, of course, the Vape Stew. And we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.